So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Moon Mercury conjunction in the 4th house. As in what happens when Moon and Mercury are conjunct together in the 4th house of your horoscope, excluding any other conjunction or aspects upon this conjunction. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular placement, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where you will see all my courses, including my KRS vlogs, where you'll find all kinds of tips, tricks, everything. So, Moon Mercury in the 4th house. And, you know, it's like today when I was thinking about this conjunction, for some reason in my mind, I kept running into scenarios where I ran into people who either had a stepmother or even a stepchild. And there were disputes with the father with this conjunction. But then I also realized most of them were actually retrograde Mercury. And here I am making this video while Mercury is in retrograde. And that's why I was thinking, why am I getting these particular analysis on this conjunction, you know, besides other things that I'm going to explain? And that's because Mercury is retrograde. So definitely let me know in the comments. And this is a great research for people who have this, is that have you dealt with anything, any scenario of like having a stepmother, having a stepchild, meaning you married somebody who had a child from a previous relationship, or it can even show somebody with retrograde who could have had a child outside the bondage of marriage, legal marriage. But also one thing you got to understand, Moon Mercury, especially Mercury, does not consider Moon a friend, because remember, even though Mercury is the biological child of Moon, Chandra. Okay, remember, because Chandra had an affair with Tara, the wife of Jupiter. So this is why Mercury holds this animosity with Moon. And it does also have that particular arrogance with the father, Jupiter, as well, because Jupiter rejected Mercury as its own child and later accepted it. So where is this kind of like disputes of Mercury with Moon and Jupiter together? And so regardless of the sign, you do find that on one hand, this can be there could be a lifelong child trapped within. Meaning, you know, some people who cannot let go of certain desires and ambition of a childhood. Like, for example, you'll find somebody in their 50s, 60s, still into comic books, you know, still into all kinds of, retro toys, love playing video games. They have this child nature that is kind of like trapped. Why? Because of the fact they always would have felt this rejection in life from certain authoritative figures. Now, one thing I do want to make a video on it, the difference between lords, the karkas, and the karkas. Because that's where you will see truly how a house lordship of the 4th house may not represent the mother. How Moon, being the mother, may not represent the mother. How actually the karka, the chara karka, right? Atma karka, bhatri karka, matri karka, putra karka, gatni karka, dhara karka, they're the ones that are truly kind of show who that person is. What the lordship and the planets in the house represent are the actual relationship, the conditions you get in your life. So 4th house represents the condition you are getting in your life in dealing with the mother. But is that the mother? No, mother would be with the Matrikarka. And this is something I want to show later on sometimes with examples. But here, again, this is a very soft conjunction in a way. It's a very childlike, chanchalta, right? There's a word chanchalta in Hindi. It's like innocence, but it's like that clever innocence. Like, you know, a child is innocent, but also clever, do all the kind of naughty things. This is that type of a conjunction. And especially because, and you will see by the lordship of the sign, whatever the lordship is, meaning the sign that is placed in the fourth house, you will see this person will love collecting those particular things. Like especially with Gemini, it'll be books, but especially like comic books, books of entertainment. If let's say it's Taurus, they will love to collect things that are kind of like value. They have a value, but at the same time, that value has some kind of a communicative thing with it, meaning like someone who loves collecting communication devices. Like, those people who collect antique radios and, those antique disc players, or what do you call those record players? They will love valuing that. And I have to think right now, like with all the signs, what they will love to collect, but there is this whole thing about the different signs coming in, and they love collecting those things. They love to like analyze them always. They like to appreciate them always. Because again, it's like that childlike curiosity, like you give child a toy. Sometimes they will just put a toy and they'll just look at it like, wow, that's my toy. And again, it's an excellent conjunction. If it's not, even with some certain malefics, it can be an excellent conjunction for somebody to go in business. Somebody go into business of trade. Or otherwise, like with Saturn, sometimes you will see it represents Gupta Vidya Yoga, meaning the yoga of hidden knowledge, because Mercury is communication, information. Saturn is a kark of the 8th house of hidden. So when they're together, especially with the moon, one becomes curious about the hidden knowledge. They will value those things. But also, whenever moon and Mercury are conjunct together, and even if you're not an Aries ascendant, you will see, wherever the sign of Cancer is placed, you get something from that particular house, something very, very strong and valuable from that house. And the timing of it would obviously depend upon the dashas and certain other scenarios that you run into. But also, again, no matter what house conjunction I talk about, always look at the foundational houses. So if I'm talking about in the fourth house, the sign of Cancer will be the foundation, no matter what. So even if it's Cancer, and let's say this is placed in Leo, well, it's the foundation of the house is in Leo, and then the jacket is being worn, or like the roof is of, foundation is of Cancer and the roof is of Leo. So you will see those particular scenarios play out. But here, again, the main thing you understand about this person is that they can come out as extremely charming, very childlike individuals. Okay. And also they are very clever at getting what they want in life. Very clever. But again, retrograde Mercury. Again, because Mercury is currently retrograde, I've seen this, where a stepmother is there, stepchild comes into play with this scenario. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Moon Mercury conjunction in the fourth house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. And if you want to know where your conjunction is and how it's placed, all your astrological details, remember, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.